Well, ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned, the final Superstock race of the night, the final Superstock race of the weekend, and the final Superstock race here at SG Equipment Paradise Valley Raceway for Stan Hickey in 515. Over the last 14 years in the Superstock class, Stan Hickey has formed an enviable record, not just here in Rotorua, but around the country. He started his racing career here at Paradise Valley in 1971. Spent a few years on and off racing the stock cars in the 70s. Made a bit of a comeback in the early 80s for a couple of seasons, before of course getting involved with the track over all of those years, and the track prep and a lot of work around the Paradise Valley venue. They then got involved with Lyle Rumney in the 72R Superstock, owning the car that helped take Lyle to that New Zealand Championship back in 1995. Then in 1997, ended up working closely with Frankie Wayman Jr., the Englishman. Built him up a race car so that Wayman could compete here in New Zealand, and Stan Hickey was just going to do the odd meeting or two here and there, maybe race for a season in 1997 while that car was built up for Frankie Wayman. But of course it snowballed from there to where we are today, many, many years of successful racing around New Zealand. In the early 2000s, what a year that was, a North Island Championship, a New Zealand Grand Prix, second in the World 240s and fourth in the New Zealand Champs, and an enviable season on the track. He's won many championships, he's been loved and adored around the country, ladies and gentlemen, and it is my pleasure as a family member, a fan of Stan Hickey, to present to you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the farewell race for 515, Stan the Man Hickey! Well, I'll let you say a few words in a moment. I was going to say, Dad, on behalf of all the family, congratulations. It's been absolutely spectacular watching you race over the last few years. You're never going to let anybody down by stopping racing. We've loved what you do, and I'm sure that what you've done on the track is going to be the envy of many, many Superstock races from around the country for many years to come. You've put in plenty to your own car, to the Rotorua Club, to the Superstock class as a whole, and well, there's going to be plenty more to come over the next few years as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Stan Hickey to say a few words.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. First of all, I'd like to thank all you out there on the banks. Without you, it doesn't make it possible. All my fans. Sorry, I had to stop one day. And all the other competitors lined up here, and others that are not here, Peter Benstein, Shane Penns, and Andy McCabe. There's heaps of them to name. We've had a lot of hard races over the years. I reckon it's fun sometimes, I don't know, but yeah. No, it's been real neat racing. I'm really going to miss the racing. It's been really competitive in the last probably 5 to 10 years. It's just got harder and harder, but it's still really enjoyable. There's a few new ones there. Young Ellsworth's going well, Westbury and a few others. And the Joplin. Yeah, they're going to be up and coming drivers. You're going to see their names around on trophies over the next few years. And really, I'd like to thank Sonia. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have the cars in the last few years. She's really the driving force of me racing and also the club, but she keeps ordering new cars and bits and pieces. And, without her, I wouldn't have been racing. And to the kids, we haven't been there a lot for you because we've been racing around the country in the last 14, 15 years or so. But we're there for the grandkids now, and we've got a couple of mini stocks and another one on the way. And I'm sure they'll learn a lot, and hopefully we'll see them in other classes in the future. That's about all to say, and I'd like to really especially thank the welding school, Aaron and Harry. I can see you up there. They've been really good supporters over the last, I think it's about 6, 7 years or something. And the support for the club is also really great. And all the other committee members that work hard up here. And another couple of guys is Lyle and Andrew. When I'm up here prepping the track and I get back to the workshop and the car's just about ready to go. You know, without them as well, I wouldn't be racing. Thanks a lot to everyone.
Give us a heart attack on the stick.
Right, and